OHA celebrated its 15th anniversary season in 2014 with not one, but two world premiere productions, created and built right here on our island. And that's not all. We launched and drove a capital campaign, completing the scene to 75% completion, and in October, at the end of this 15th year, broke ground on the Opera House's first ever, very needed scene shop, as well as a small expansion that will house additional bathrooms and concession area. OHA started off its 15th anniversary season in the fall of 2013 with a bang, launching two large, year-long projects in collaboration with the Deer Isle Stonington schools. The Bridge, a local stories project with visiting artists Laurie Downey and Gretchen Berg, gave Maine Studies students in grades 3, 4, and 8 a chance to collect visual and oral stories about the Deer Isle Sedgwick Bridge in its 75th anniversary season, and then to turn these stories into artistic expression in a variety of media. The project resulted in permanent murals and in performances at both the Deer Isle and the Sedgwick schools, as well as in short videos created as part of a digital storytelling workshop with Sheridan Kelly of the University of Maine at Orono. Laurie and Gretchen were also joined in May by returning OHA visiting artist Ryan Connerow of Juneau, Alaska, who worked with additional students on a Living Headlines drama project about the bridge. And in June, to celebrate the actual date of the bridge's dedication in 1939, OHA worked with the town of Deer Isle and other local organizations to host a bridge walk across the bridge. More than 1,500 happy people crossed the bridge that day, and many stayed for the dedication and opening of the new Bridge End Park. During his residency in the schools, Ryan Connerow also presented his own multimedia production at the Opera House. We cleared the seats and set up 4 screens and 4 projectors in the middle of the theater. Ryan's performance was astounding and offered continued proof that we can do anything in our magic box of an opera house. The Bridge Project was one of 2 year-long school-based OHA projects. The second was the first year of a Shakespeare immersion program. We planned, along with Principal Todd West and teachers, for all 9th through 12th grade students to read Romeo and Juliet. In addition, students came to the Opera House to see a new film version of the story and worked with visiting OHA artists Melody Bates, Peter Richards, and Rachel Murdy on embodying the text, text comprehension, adapting the text, Suzuki actor training methods, soliloquies, and more. Then in April, as part of the School Discovery Night, Peter, Rachel, and guitarist Orly Ben David presented a new original cabaret adaptation of Romeo and Juliet entitled Goodnight, Nurse.
This is no youthful infatuation. I'm not saying it would have lasted forever. Who can say these days? So little does. But my gut puts good money on those two.
Real and lamentable tragedy of Romeo and Juliet as seen by someone who was there. OHA's Arts Integrated Educational Program for Learning in and Through the Arts is the subject for its own Best Of video. But of course it includes the more than 20-year-old Bud Carter Memorial Music Scholarship Program for Island students, our annual Island Arts Camp, and a robust summer internship program that in 2014 welcomed 10 high school and college interns to our stage, backstage, and front office. June also saw the launch of OHA's first formal chamber music subscription series, Chamber at the Church. The series, which grew in popularity over the course of the summer, is expanding the boundaries of high-quality chamber music to include groups such as jazz musician Yosvani Terry's Bohemian Trio, as well as instructors from the prestigious Levine School of Music in Washington, D.C. And then it was gala time, and what a 15th anniversary gala we had. As part of our year-long immersion in Romeo and Juliet, we decided to make a West Side Story evening of it in the Opera House itself. Linda invited soprano Suzanne Nance and music director Peter Zepp, and off we went, and what a swell party we had, breathing new life with dinner into our 15 years in the old Opera House. The gala was performed on the set of our repertory productions of what we came to call the R&Js, Romeo and Juliet, and the new play by OHA director, actor, and playwright Melody Bates, R&J and Z, or Romeo and Juliet and Zombies.
I'll tell thee what. Get thee to church on Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Reply not, speak not, do not answer me!
Our take on Romeo and Juliet, directed by feminist director Holly Durr, and depicting the two protagonists as the extremely young people they are in Shakespeare's well-known classic, was juxtaposed against the bloody and humorous free-for-all of what would happen if Romeo and Juliet had a second chance.
Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her...
The play was a hit with many new OHA ticket buyers.
Gentlemen, darling boy, are you hungry? No?
And was the first time OHA had opportunity to work with a gore designer. Thanks Stephanie Cox-Williams for the great gore.
Feed! Oh, I think that I can handle you.
I should like that.
Right on the heels of Shakespeare came the 14th Annual Jazz Festival, expertly curated as always by national jazz critic Larry Blumenfeld. This year, he brought dueling piano evenings to our island. On Friday, Boston-based Panamanian pianist Danilo Perez's smooth innovation created a magical evening, matched only by the New Orleans energy and vibe of Henry Butler the second night. And as always, our main openers were as much a hit as our international headliners, with Portland-based Amelia Dollins' infectiously enthusiastic vocals pleasing Friday night's audience, and George Stevens Academy's newest state winner, the jazz combo 7-Up, leading beautifully into Henry Butler. And as we often do, we ended the festival with our evening of poetry. This year, for the first time, we hosted the evening at the Burnt Cove Church and invited Portland poet Gibson Fay LeBlanc to lead an evening of poetry based on the theme of family.
I have no time to be lonely here while my boys and my love sleep in dark rooms.
Not only was the jazz fab, we had lots of great music going right on through September. The highlight of the fall was a return appearance by the legendary Noel Paul Stuckey, who has now graced our stage twice and contributed to ever higher levels of professional excellence and community spirit. Leading up to Noel, Live for Five brought us the likes of 10 Strings and a Goat Skin from Prince Edward Island, and that is not even to mention the humor and fun of the other Live for Five evenings. Maine's Funniest Man, Randy Judkins, opened the series in July.
Take your time. Yes? Yes? One more. Oh, wow. That is amazing.
Gilligan, the skipper too.
Whoa, 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 whoa! All right, now set her down. All right. Who you guys to the sharks? Nose first.
You were thinking the word bowling ball? Well, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. Here is a bowling ball. So very confusing here. And yeah, I'll hold on to that. Just take that out of play. Keep your eyes up here. We'll do it again. Left or right? Left. It's actually on your chest. Look down. There it is right there.
Working in collaboration with Grammy Award-winning musician Paul Sullivan, who wrote both music and lyrics, playwright Linda Britt of Farmington, and with the help of many community members and the Deer Isle Stonington Historical Society, OHA was able to tell the stories of the bridge's creation.
Are you with me, men? We're with you, friend. Are you with me, friend? We're with you, friend. Are you with me, gang? We're with you, friend. We're with you all the way.
A milestone that marked the biggest cultural change in the island's history. Using the real words and voices of historic characters and their descendants as captured from the newspapers of the time, from archives and oral histories.
Mrs. McGuire, no offense, but you don't know what it feels like. You're not from here, you are someone from away. You don't have roots here, but you don't mind telling us how we should change our ways.
Director Judith Jerome and choreographers Gretchen Berg and Gwyneth Jones worked tirelessly with Paul to breathe life into the world of the island as it was before, during, and after the creation of our bridge. The island and all of us who worked on The Last Ferryman, including 8 sold-out audiences, will never be the same.
No reason they should stay.
2014 was a year of milestones for the island and for OHA. Our bridge turned 75 years old. Our founding artistic director, Judith Jerome, stepped down, but has more OHA projects on her full artistic plate. And OHA turned 15.
Of boat whistles and the school bands to my adopted father, Captain Charles Scott, operator for 50 years of the ferry, supplanted by the toll bridge. He was ill at his nearby home. Real regret and a sense of loss accompanies the knowledge that Captain Scott's ferry, which has long been the connecting link with the Maine, made its last trip Friday night at 9 o'clock. We never told Charlie that the ferry stopped operating. He passed on 2 weeks later.